Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. This is our weekly recap of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Literally had to rewatch this episode again, and then certain parts again and again and again, just to make sure that I was paying attention to the things that I may have missed last night when we had our TikTok watch party. Yes, if you're not following me on TikTok, we're live there right now. What's going on TikTok? Be sure to keep tapping your screens. Thank you already for becoming a member of us on TikTok and for tapping your screens and for the gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to everyone that's in our live chat on YouTube. We're live on YouTube, the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on Twitch and Twitter. What's going on, Twitter? See you guys as well. Shout out to our moderators. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. We appreciate you all. To become a member of the channel, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. /join. Let me take a sip of my water from my coldest water bottle. All right. Rena says the TikTok watch party was lit. Thank you so much, Rena. All right. Let's get into this. Hey, everyone. I'm your boy, The Kempire. This is our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap for season 12 episode, whatever episode this is, it doesn't matter. But there's a lot to break down, a lot to unpack, and a lot to call out. A lot to call out. They are in Mexico. They are literally in Mexico right now. Well, not right now, but y'all know what I mean. In this current season. Okay, wait. There was a couple of things that I wanted to point out before we get into this episode, because the last couple of weeks have been about Crystal coming off. Intentionally, I feel. Because as you know, the big storyline so far is that Crystal says that Sutton says something really, really dark. Well, Sutton is responding to those rumors. Hold on, let me see if I can get my, did I bring this up? Hold on, y'all. You know, it's a live show. I got certain things I need to send to myself here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Where is that? I know I saved it. Oh, I think I saved it on my thing here. Hold on, y'all. I have so many notes and things that I need to show you guys. In regards to Sutton responding, I don't think I posted it here. It's all right. It's all right. So Sutton is responding to the video that we reported on in regards to her daughter's former ex-best friend of 5 years going on TikTok and saying that, oh, there's this real housewife that, you know, I was best friends with her daughter and she used to say racist things to me. Well, Sutton is responding in the comment section and is saying that the truth will prevail. So Sutton seems very confident that her name will be cleared this season for whatever reason she believes that. But one of the things that I said in my recent under a minute recap on TikTok was that every single episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills so far this season is about Sutton. This one's against Sutton. Another one's against Sutton. This last episode, again, now it's Sutton versus Diana. I was shocked. Anyone else was shocked that the fact that they even brought up the whole madam stuff? Oh, not that one. Not that one. I was shocked. I didn't think that they were going to even bring that up. Okay, for those that didn't know, there is a rumor on the street that Diana Jenkins was a madam, a high-profile madam. She has denied those rumors. It was brought up on this last episode. I didn't realize it was in connection to her coffee table book, where Lisa Rinna is in there topless. So Diana has a thing about, oh, I thought we talked about this. I thought we talked about it. But intentionally, she didn't want to talk about this specific book, Room 23, because of all the rumors associated with it. So I can understand her not wanting to talk about it. We'll get back there. So I'm jumping around. Let me start from the top. So as I said to you before, the biggest storyline this so far for Crystal this season is Sutton says something dark, and we're all like, what is it? What did Sutton say? And then last week we thought, oh, she talked about her daughter and her daughter's friends being in a pool together. Well, one of the things that the best friend was saying is that I'm not Chinese, because Sutton said in that instance, oh, she had a black friend, a Chinese friend, and she's like, I'm not Chinese, in this TikTok viral video. According to Sutton, the truth will prevail. Crystal, though, as if you didn't see the video that I posted yesterday, we have an update on the friendship between y'all dream team. These ladies weren't my dream team. I believe in the friendship between Garcelle and Sutton. I don't believe in the friendship between Garcelle, Sutton, and Crystal, because apparently Crystal just lost 14 friends in one instance. I have to say though, Lisa Rinna has been likable last week and this week. However, it didn't last long in this last episode. But I agree with Lisa. I'm like, I don't even have 14 friends that I can think of to lose. I don't even have 14 friends. How did you lose 14 friends, Crystal? You're not going to sit here and tell me these 14 friends are the ones that they turned on you for no reason. 14, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 10. 14 people. Because she allegedly makes things up. Allegedly, she likes to align herself with the most powerful person in a group. And we found out this week, Kyle heard about the rumors too. Shameless plug. If y'all don't get y'all merch while supplies last, there won't be. Y'all think I'm playing. Come July 1st, you're not going to be able to get anything. Shout out to everyone that's been tagging me and sending me in the texting community pictures of your merch with your pets, with your kids. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me take a sip. Okay. Okay. So the ladies are in Mexico. We get to see, I don't know. How do you guys feel about the ladies having glam? Apparently, Garcelle, I love you, Garcelle. You're funny. I love you. Garcelle had glam, but the glam wasn't glamming. Garcelle's beautiful, but a lot of you have been calling Garcelle out for her fashions and sometimes her wigs and hair. I don't think the fashion was fashioning. That's just me. I'm not a fashionista. This is what I'm wearing for fashion right now. Okay. But I see what the people say online. But Garcelle had glam in Mexico. I don't know how I feel about that. Look, Garcelle is from Hollywood. She's been in Hollywood a very long time. I'm not surprised at her having glam. We're used to Erica Jane, stealing from victims and having glam, allegedly. So she has glam despite the money issues that she's having. Okay, Mikey's still employed. Even Sutton had, I don't want to say glam. She had a team of people there with her, including the infamous assistant. The only persons that did not have glam was Kyle. Kyle always thinks when they have glam, she's like, what is wrong with these people? I don't know. Did Dorit have glam? I don't remember seeing Dorit having glam. I can't remember. I know Lisa Rinna didn't have glam. I know Kyle didn't have glam. And I know that Crystal, and these are the moments that I can really relate to Crystal. She's like, I don't want to have to pay for your flight, your hotel room. And look, I mean, if you have it, do it. But honestly, there are ways everyone spends money differently. Some people like to spend it with food or fashion or, drinks, whatever it may be. Spending it on glam, maybe if I'm filming a reality show, that's probably the only time I would spend money on glam, especially if I'm not the most fashionable and I'm not that good with makeup or hair. Look at me talking. Hold on. Speaking of which, let me put a little Vaseline on. Y'all know. If you know, you know. Let me put some. Not gonna have me on here with some crusty lips. Never that. Okay. Let me just say thank you. We have a couple of super chats. Thank you, Ro, for the super chats. Remember, Crystal said she used to. No, she never said that. She said she used to. Didn't she answer the phones at the place? She never said that she was one. Allegedly. Kiana, thank you so much for the super chat. Kiana says, I'm looking at Sutton sideways. Why would you want to be friends with someone who insinuated that you're a racist? Maybe Crystal is telling the truth. Look, I'm still keeping my eye on Sutton. But according to Sutton on social media this week, she's saying that the truth will prevail. And maybe Sutton says something insensitive. I don't know. I'm not sitting here trumping for Sutton or Crystal at this point. Just saying. Thank you, Kiana, for the super chat. All right. Let's back. Thank you, Vanessa. Right? But I think Malik Yoba had a little situation because I think even when he used to put it on, it still would look dry. I mean, I hope, because I don't know why he was on national television with dry lips. But you're not going to have me out here with almost 700 people in the building with dry lips. It happens every once in a while, though. Anyway, back to this. Focus. So, the whole bacon eating vegetarian, I don't know why that's even a thing this season with Diana and Sutton. I know plenty of vegetarian and vegans that say, every once in a while, I will have something that doesn't fall in line with my diet. I didn't take her saying that every once in a while she has bacon that it's a thing. She's Southern. She likes her pork. I mean, I also didn't look at Sutton as a vegetarian. I don't believe Sutton made it that a thing. Like, on vegetarian, I don't eat meat. I feel like this is like the first season I even paid attention to that. But anyway, that's just me. I know, and I'm going to briefly say this because, we're recapping the episode. I'm not going to dig deep into these moments that Dorit is trying to have when it comes to this burglary that we're all looking at it like she couldn't sleep the night before. That's all I'm going to say on it. You guys will have an opportunity to call in and share your thoughts. Royal Court members, I will be posting the call-in link backstage in just a couple of minutes so that you guys will have the first opportunity to call in and share your thoughts on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Don't forget tonight, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, we will be going live for our recap of the Real Housewives of Dubai. Got lots of things to talk about when it comes to that episode and what they've been saying online. We got some clarity and some things that we need to talk about when it comes to Dubai. So back to this. So Erica also reveals in this very first, few minutes of the episode, she talks about her legal situation and how she was called a bully in her most recent accusations. And she says, I wear that with a badge of honor. You shouldn't, Erica. And you trying to make this a whole feminist thing. Oh, they expect women to be meek and mild and sweet. And no. A lot of people liked you for being so strong before they knew that you were allegedly a part of a scheme taking money from victims. But did you guys notice when they played old footage of Erica, how her voice is different? Go back and watch this last episode, because they show one scene from earlier seasons and then another scene from recent seasons. Her voice is a lot deeper now. I'm sure that's intentional. We also find out that Sutton is studying for the LSAT just because Sutton's a smart person. So she's like, you know what? Let me see if I'll give it a try. I'm not a great test taker. And that's when Erica chimes in. Oh, yes. Tom, he scored so well on the bar. He used to grade the bar. And Garcelle is all of us. Her commentary is everything. I don't care if Garcelle doesn't have a storyline in sight. Her commentary, her chiming in, her producing moments are everything for me. And I said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it. You don't have to have a storyline on reality TV if you are an interesting person. And that is exactly who Garcelle is. She is interesting. She is funny. She is shady. She is saying what we need her to say. And she's having Sutton's back when we need her to have Sutton's back. So Erica says, oh, I can give you tips. I thought you knew nothing about the legal business. Now, all of a sudden, you can help someone on an LSAT? I mean, I didn't believe it, but I'm sure some of your stans believe the fact that you deny knowing anything about the law firm despite working for the law firm, but okay. Melinda, thank you so much for the super chat. Melinda says, Erica sounds different because she's a clone. What? Melinda, what do you know? Planting Life Matters, thank you so much for the super chat. Planting Life Matters says, if Elisa and Kyle knew about the not fleeing, 14. Oh, I like that. Fleeing 14. So did Erica. Erica just wants to use Crystal against Sutton. And she's been laying the groundwork for that since episode 1. She wants to get Sutton this season. When they say the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Mean Girls, We literally saw two of the worst at the table at the end of this episode. You saw them look at each other when Erica looked over to Lisa Rinna, and she was like, and I was almost like riding with Lisa Rinna this week. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like I was like, oh, Lois, cheers to Lois. I was laying off of Lisa Rinna this week until I saw that last part. Let me take a sip. So apparently she learned a thing or two from Tom when it comes to the bar, because he used to grade the bar. He's now disbarred. He's disbarred. California bar. Yeah, now you did it, but for a very long time you looked past all the complaints that Tom Girardi was receiving. Yeah, California bar, you can get it too. Look, just saying. Look, where's my you can get it too, California bar. We're looking at you too. Jay Ellison's coming for y'all too. Y'all allowed Tom Girardi to do this for so many years. He wasn't the only one. These creditors, these banks that were still giving Tom loans, all of y'all. Look. So the ladies split up and they do two different activities this episode in Mexico. Some of the ladies go surfing. Diana goes swimming by herself. Really don't care about Diana at this point. And Kyle, Dorit, Sutton, and Garcelle go shopping. That's what I would have done. I'm not going surfing. Cool, enjoy. I'm not going to. Let's go shopping. Kyle, why are you telling that Sutton, you should put a bar outside your shop? Didn't we just see you open a shop? Do I still have the pictures? Shout out to Norma for this. The shop that's closed. We'll be back in a second. Wait, where's the picture? Oh no, it's not there. We'll be back in a second. How about you put a bar outside your La Quinta store that you just opened? I'm like, always having advice for other people, but you know. Anyways, let me just say thank you. We got a couple of super chats, just so that we don't lose them. Hold on. Okay. JM, thank you so much for the super chat. JM says, Erica wants Sutton just as Marlo wants Candy Child. Well, that's a whole other conversation. Guys, if you missed it, I did a whole recap of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it's not going to end. It's not going to end between Candy and Marlo, so be sure to check that out. And I'm sure we're going to be talking more about that. Candy, you and Kenya better get your shade ready for this reunion. I need you guys to obliterate with the shade, okay? Anyways, Deborah, thank you so much for the super chat. Deborah says, Erica is so thirsty coming after Sutton. Love that Garcelle called her out. She said, you're bugging the out of me. And she spoke for all of us. Because it was so obvious. It was so obvious what Erica has been doing for the last couple of episodes when it comes to bullying Sutton. It's so obvious to us, but we'll move on. We'll get back there. So the ladies separate and they're going, they're doing their own thing, shopping and things like that. Fun. Love to shop. And Sutton bought that ring for herself. Sutton, you didn't need Kyle to buy you anything. None of the ladies needed Kyle to buy them anything. I have to say, I'm starting to feel warm feelings again for Kyle. Just for now. I know it probably won't last long, but I'm starting to feel warm feelings for Kyle again. Anyone else? Am I the only one? Don't leave me out here by myself. Don't leave me out here by myself. You're all feeling warm feelings for Kyle too. Blissful says side-eyed Kyle still. Damn. Oh my God. Nope. Okay, Norma. Thank you, Norma. Wait, hold on. Those comparisons to Amber Heard are really not just that. Who's comparing someone to Amber Heard? Okay, Sebastian's with me. All right. This week alone, y'all. Next week, I can't promise you anything. And not Andy Cohen revealing that Kyle got a breast reduction and she didn't tell anybody. He's like, oh. Okay. Kiana, thank you so much for the super chat. Kiana says they need to question Erica the same way they do Crystal. Yeah, because they've sort of laid off of Erica so far this season. And it's probably because Erica keeps saying, oh, everything's in a better place. Everything's been disproven. Okay, Erica. Jack, thank you so much for the super chat. Jack says, if Rob ever tires to leave Crystal, she strikes me as the girl who will Amber. Oh, this is why you're. Well, Amber heard him or pull some sort of stunt. Hashtag free Rob Minkoff. Okay, I don't want to go that far. However, let me ask the 14 friends first. I mean, her marriage seems very solid. I feel like they're equally yoked, Crystal and Rob Minkoff. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, I don't know. Look, I don't know about that. But anyways. Focus. Speaking of Crystal, this is Erica's moment to really egg on Crystal. But Crystal, I don't think we've ever seen that Crystal cry so much in one episode. Kyle says she's being manipulative, and I'm poised to believe Kyle because we have never seen her cry this much over Sutton. Or are you crying about the fleeing 14? I love that name. The fleeing 14. I need to know who these women are. Do we need to get them on the show? Garcelle, come. Invite the fleeing 14 to your next event for season. Oh no, but we don't want her to come back for season 13. Damn it. Maybe Garcelle did. Maybe Garcelle did think of it. By the reality TV gods, maybe the fleeing 14, or at least one of them, comes to one of the events. Yes. Look at us plotting TV. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where we recap some of your favorite reality TV shows, reality TV news, but you get everything in pop culture. So be sure to check out some of the stories that you missed earlier today, including Beyonce's new album is coming July 29th. Be sure to check that out. Also, Monique settled her lawsuit with Netflix. Check those stories out. Anyways, back to Boy Theo says, I'm cackling at this whole thing. Bring them on. Why am I whispering? Because I feel like Crystal's watching. Crystal, stop watching. Especially when the callers call in. So, Erica's egging this on. She's like, you need to defend yourself. And although Crystal does say in her confessional that she feels as if Erica's biased, but she also feels like Erica's looking out for her and that Sutton is, quote, relentless. Sutton Strack? Is Sutton Strack relentless? This whole new narrative that they're trying to make about Sutton is very strategic. But look, Sutton is a lot of things. She is a lot of things. Look, straight shooter, we're going to tell you. But relentless? A bully? Come on. A master manipulator? I think Sutton could be because Sutton's smart enough to be. But, well, speaking of manipulative, with the ladies shopping, Garcelle and Sutton and all of them are talking, and Kyle is saying, I feel like those tears and Crystal's behavior are manipulative. That's also when we find out. Kyle says, yeah, I heard these rumors too. So Lisa Rinna and Kyle heard of these rumors as well about the fleeing 14. I love that name. I wonder who these ladies are. I want to know the full story. But one thing I have to say, we're body language experts. If this wasn't true, based on what we've seen of Crystal would have shut that down. We've seen Crystal turn up and be like, no. You saw how she sort of quivered up and now she's crying? Because she's been exposed? Crystal's behavior is very different now. All of a sudden, she's crying a lot. She doesn't come out and say, that is not true. You don't know what happened there. As soon as Sutton brought it up, she was like, whoop. It comes up again in this episode when they go out to dinner. So the ladies do their separate thing. They come back together. Kyle FaceTimes Erica. She's jealous that Erica and Lisa are hanging out. She's like, why are you hanging out with me? Grow up, Kyle. I guess my piece with Kyle is short-lived. But they do reveal that Crystal had been crying all day. Segue the video footage of her crying, even moments when we didn't see her crying. Erica and Lisa are putting the battery in Crystal's back. They want to manipulate her to go up against Sutton. Don't matter if Sutton and Lisa have squashed their table beef, even though I saw they sort of reignited it on Instagram. Lisa is first of all is no friend to anyone, but she still wants to get Sutton. She still wants to get Sutton for exposing the fact that she did not pay for a table at that charity event. She didn't. Katie says, yes, 14 friends have exposed her and she is hurt, I'm sure. It's Divine says, Crystal is the master manipulator, but she ain't fooling us. She ain't fooling us. Tacky Toya, hey, says, I think Crystal realized she's exactly what Garcelle was saying last season. She thought she was in the plastics. Okay. Jamaica in Supplies says, Erica and Lisa so fake, laughing at Crystal, then egging her on to take on Sutton. Very much so. Blissful Briss says, Crystal is trying to spin the narrative. Sounds like it. All right. So let's get to this dinner. I'm trying to remember. Did I miss anything? You guys will remind me when you call in. Matter of fact, let me drop the call-in link for our team, our Royal Court members. Guys, if you are a Royal Court member, I will be posting the backstage link to call in for you right now on the community tab on YouTube. Okay. Hold on. Let me just make sure I don't post this public. Okay, let's do this. And if you haven't already, guys, we already have over 1,000 people here for our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap. I always appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to be with us, so thank you. Let's get to, how many likes do we have currently? Hold on, let me go here. And the reason why we play this game, y'all, is because liking the video not only supports our channel, but also supports other channels that talk about Real Housewives, reality TV, or pop culture news. Because as you know, here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, you don't just get reality TV news, you get everything in pop culture. So be sure to check out some of the things that you already missed this week. Okay, Jack says, where's Tyra when you need her? To Crystal, we were rooting for you. Like we were kind of like, not full on rooting for Crystal, but kind of, sort of. Let me say thank you. Ryan, thank you so much for the super chat. Ryan says, Crystal Kung Merriam-Webster broke down because she thought the details of the fleeing 14 would come out. That's what I feel like too. All right, Chastity, thank you so much for the super chat. Chastity says, Kyle can't be talking. She always manipulates the combo with those tears, especially in early seasons when they talked about Mauricio's younger woman. We already know. First of all, Kyle's tagline this season is hypocrisy. So, like anything that comes out of Kyle's mouth, I'm like, all right. Like, all right. Sebastian, thank you so much for the super chat. Sebastian says, I'm praying Garcelle does bring the fleeing 14. She brings out her Caribbean shade tree roots. I love it, though. I know a lot of people don't like Garcelle because of that. She's like, what kind of friend are you? She's not a friend to these ladies. If anyone was really her friend, it was Lisa Rinna, and she's already showed that they're not friends. Okay? Let me take a sip. Okay. Jack, exactly. We were kind of like, yeah, Crystal, go ahead, girl. Anyways, guys. All right, let's get to, for the public call-in link, let's get to Let's get to 500 likes. We have over 1,000 of you guys here watching our recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We already have a couple of our Royal Court members backstage. In a few minutes, I will post the link again in the community tab for our Team Kempire members of the channel. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, if you're on your computer, click the join button. But if you just want to go directly to the link, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. So it's a new link. Head on over to teamkempire.com/join. All right. Katie says, I love Garcelle. She's always right. We will get to that in a second. So the ladies, of course, stir the pot at this dinner. First of all, I guess I don't know what to call them. The people at this hotel, they have a cleansing situation, and the confessional of Erica saying, "Oh, I don't know if this sage is going to work." Yeah, not with you sitting at the table. That house alone that you share with Tom Girardi, I said they're gonna have to get the largest piece of sage and burn it for days just to remove the evilness that might reside in that place. That by I don't know how they decided. Oh, let's put a chapel in here. Really, girl? Anyways, so they had that moment. I'm like, oh, they really need this, but of course that's short lived. The issues between Sutton and Crystal comes up again, and Sutton is like, I have to say, Sutton went from being a meek and mild person to very strong since last season and this season. She's a very different person. But she does apologize to Crystal for bringing up the fleeing 14. She does apologize for it. I don't know if you guys would have apologized, but that's Sutton. She's like, good Southern woman. She's like, I apologize, but you need to say that you're not going to do this to me again. And that felt like a lot. But I get what she's saying. You've done this to me a few times in this group. And then Diana chimes in. And I don't know how you guys feel about it. I don't feel like Diana was trying. The lady's like, oh, she was trying to diffuse the situation. I rewatched that and I was like, it didn't feel like Diana was trying to diffuse the situation. I felt like Diana was trying to call Sutton out in defense of her friend Crystal. That's the way it felt to me. Sidebar, this is also the part where they talk about that book, the coffee table book with the alleged, her clients. She was being accused of being an international madam. She's asked about it during her confessional from the producer. We're body language experts. What did you guys think? I don't know if I believe it, but look. I mean, if the police haven't gotten caught up with her, so she's always uncomfortable. But this more than ever, when this book was brought up, it's like, oh, I thought we talked about this. That's her tell. When she starts licking her lips, she's lying. Oh God, why do I do this every time? Do this every time. I don't know how she does it. Ugh. Ugh. She didn't want to talk about it. She got really uncomfortable. If you did not do anything, if the rumor is not true, why would you get so uncomfortable? I thought we talked about this. When did we talk about it? You knew. The same way when she met up with Kyle last week and was like talking about her miscarriage, and she was like, how is Kyle supposed to know? Like, please tell us. I don't know. I don't know what she thinks that we're supposed to know. So this book caused a lot of controversy for her. And I don't understand how a book could cause controversy. Well, she says that, someone just puts out a rumor and people ran with it. They ran with it not just because you put out a book and just put out a rumor. There were lots of details that people try to piece together. Hayden Panettiere was in the mix of all of that too. Probably why poor Hayden, seems a little bit like a lost soul right now. Allegedly. Chris, thank you so much for the super chat. Chris says Hamlin's wife brought Diana on to attack Sutton regarding the Elton John thing. Once Sutton had proof, Diana switched to being the vegetarian police. Andrea, thank you so much for the super chat. She says Crystal also lied on Kyle by accusing her of not remembering and insinuating because she was white. Crystal is pulling a them on them. So are we mad? Look, are we mad about that? She also insinuated that, oh, you were too drunk to remember. We shall see what the dark comment was. They're going to continuously bring this up, but based on everyone's reaction to how this has been playing out, it hasn't been in Crystal's favor. Especially now, Sutton, thank you for dropping that tea. I know they were being mad at you for even bringing it up, but thank you for dropping that tea, because we almost were like, we didn't see that coming. We didn't see that coming. Rasani says, Kempire, did you do a story about Diana? I don't know her story like that. I didn't do a story about it. I forgot the Instagram account that has it all laid out, but I have talked about it briefly during our recaps about the Diana Madam story. Part of the reason why I was like, Madam Diana, New Money Jenkins. Just saying. Samara, thank you so much for the super chat. Samara says, Sutton was the only friend to Garcelle last season when she didn't feel like she's part of the group, unlike Crystal with her white friends. Oh. I mean, perspective. All right. So there's a lot of back and forth, but one of the things that we notice, and we've been noticing this season so far, is that Erica is out to get Sutton. So between Sutton and Lisa Rinna, between Erica and Lisa Rinna, they keep chiming in and speaking up for Crystal because Crystal needs them. Crystal was crying all day. So they're chiming in, especially Erica. And even Kyle in her confession was like, Erica's chiming in a lot. Erica wants, everyone was calling out Erica last season. So now Erica's trying to be involved in everything. And Garcelle calls Erica out. She's like, why are you so involved? She's like, you are bugging the ish out of me right now. I love the fact that she didn't even sweeten that. She could have easily said, Erica, why are you getting involved? This is between them. She could have easily said it just like that. No. Garcelle was like, you are bugging the out of me right now. She spoke for all of us. Garcelle spoke for all of us. Because, look, we understand it's reality TV. And yes, we want the ladies to get engaged and be involved and stand out and have a moment. But it's very clear, episode after episode, that Erica is trying to get Sutton for Sutton calling her out last season. She's trying to get her. All right. And now that Sutton also went after Lisa Rinna and Erica are teaming up to get her. Because when you saw Sutton walk away from the table, Erica looks over at Lisa Rinna like this, and Lisa Rinna's like this. Sutton, she's no friend to you. This is why Garcelle was like, don't sit here like, oh, I love her. Garcelle's like, what? And then at one point, Sutton and Diana are going back and forth at it. And I have to give it, Sutton was in her face, and Sutton was just like, because Sutton has learned from being in this group, you can't be a sucker. And I don't believe that Diana was trying to diffuse anything. She's like, you're very clumsy with your words, and you're classless, and da-da-da-da. So Sutton's like, I need a break. And Sutton got it together pretty quickly. I don't know how long it really was in real time, but she got it together pretty quickly. Kyle walks away with her. I appreciate Kyle walking away with her and supporting Sutton in that moment, even though she's thrown Sutton under the bus a couple of times this season. So Sutton comes back. She's gathered herself. Before she comes back, we see Diana at the table with the handkerchief. Diana, why are you crying? Well, I just gave birth and the hormones and the... And I know that is true, but I just don't believe it with Diana Jenkins. Why are you crying? Because Sutton yelled at you? I don't believe a thing that comes out of Diana Jenkins' mouth. I don't. And it's very clear that Diana, very much like Crystal, wants to be a part of the Mean Girl group of this show. And at the table, and this was such another Garcelle moment that I love when Erica chimes into Diana, and Diana's like, "I love you." Bitch, you just met her. Okay. I didn't mean to call her a bitch. I didn't mean it, y'all. I didn't mean it, but I did. look, but I did. Look at her face. Look at Erica's face. She is trying to get Sutton. She's trying to get Sutton. And Sutton's like, Diana, mind your damn business. Mind your business. I don't feel sorry for Diana and those snake tears. She's like, to Erica, I love you. I love you too. And Garcelle's like, I can't. Let me eat my artichoke right now because you people are ridiculous. Yeah, they're ridiculous. Garcelle, you spoke for all of us, but Garcelle was also producing moments at that table. I don't know if anyone else noticed that. She was trying to get the story going and the conversation going, but she was producing a moment as well. But these girls are so fake and phony. Garcelle's just like, I can't. And I know a lot of you are waiting to see when Kathy Hilton and Cherie will be making an appearance. I believe either next week or the following week, we're supposed to get Cherie. Based on the preview for next week, we didn't see them, so I'm thinking it's probably the following week, but we shall see. I know a lot of you have been waiting for Kathy Hilton. Once Kathy Hilton arrives, the shift will probably move away from so much on Sutton and over to Kathy Hilton. At this point, though, who do you guys think should be sitting next to the reunion host? And I say the reunion host because you know what I believe. And it can't be Kyle. I'm sorry, Kyle. They need to stop that. Why are you sitting there? Because you're like in the way. People are trying to have real conversations that had a real storyline this season. Move. Look, move. GD, thank you so much for the super chat. GD says Diana came for Sutton 3 times, then plays victim. She did. Thank you, Jessica, because you know my imitations are not that great. There are plenty of people that do better imitations. I just go with what I feel in the moment. Melanie, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, I also think Erica's trying to suck up to Diana because Diana has money and Erica is broke, allegedly. Look, allegedly. Yeah, she's definitely sucking up to her because I don't think because of the actual money, but the influence and to be in certain places, to fly around in a private jet, to go to certain parties, to hang out with the Kardashians. That's what Erica's doing. It's not to get actual money from Diana. It's to be in those circles so she can probably find herself a new rich husband. I love you. Garcelle was like, I can't. Let me eat my artichoke. Oh, Lord. All right. I see we already have quite a few people that are waiting to get. Guys, we are at 400 likes, but we have over 1,200 people. Let's get to 500 likes. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting the channel, but also supporting other channels that recap the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, reality TV, and pop culture news. As you know, here on the channel, that's not only thing that you get here. You're getting everything in pop culture. We're live on multiple platforms, including TikTok. We appreciate you all being here as well. We are also live on Twitch and Twitter at TheKempire, and we're live on Facebook. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, the Kempire fan page, and the Kempire Daily fan page. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast, Kempire Radio. A new episode came out over the weekend, and a new episode will be coming out this week as well. The visual version will be posted on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. So be sure to head on over to Kempire Radio on YouTube, subscribe there, because God forbid anything happens here, you will get your updates over there. So be sure to subscribe to the Kempire Radio YouTube channel, but also to see the visual version of our podcast. All right, and some of my past interviews. This month marks 10 years since my interview with Oprah Winfrey, for those that think I'm new to this. Anyways. Thank you so much, Chastity, for the super chat. Chastity says Diana needs to put Erica to work so she can stop worrying about Sutton and pay those victims. All right. Deborah, thank you so much for the super chat. Deborah says Erica is full of it. I know. And it seems as if this season and next week's episode is going to be about Erica drinking too much. Erica did talk about her antidepressant medication that she's on right now. A lot of people feel like it's strategic why she's bringing these things up. All right, so let me post the call-in link for our Team Kempire members on the community tab really quickly, and then we'll take the Royal Court members that are backstage right now. Hold on one second. All right. And again, guys, you don't have to become a member of the channel, but we appreciate our members here on the channel. There are a lot of really great perks to badges and things like that. We've also launched that on TikTok. Shout out to our TikTok members as well. We will be launching special events for you guys there as well. All right, let's start taking some callers that are backstage. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. Okay. Put names. There we go. All right. Brooklyn Star, you're going to be the first one up. What's going on, Brooklyn Star?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
Oh, well, how are you?
Good. I got scared when you said my name. I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm first. I'm sorry. Okay. I wanted to start off by saying that I wish nobody asked Dorit how she's doing because it's never going to be good. I wish they would stop asking her. She's never happy. Now, I don't want to say she's never happy, but it's always doom and gloom, and I'm going to come into the scene very late. So you can ask me how I'm doing. I think it was crazy to me that mostly everybody had glam, but nobody slayed a look. It was very like, ugh. Erica, I can't believe she still has glam and she still looks poor. Like she looks horrible. I'm sorry. And I don't know, Mikey even looks miserable. Okay. I think if Crystal never told
I'm sorry, Brooklyn, so you're right. He did look miserable. Anyways.
He looked miserable. He didn't even want the free trip. He's I don't know. I don't know what Erica has on him, but I think he's being blackmailed to still work on her. I seriously think Mikey is her accomplice. I really do. I still think that they embezzled some money together. I don't know. I think Mikey knows what's going on. Okay, that's what I think. He looks very miserable.
Okay.
I think if Crystal never told Kyle that she didn't remember or that she was lying, I think Kyle will never chime in for Sutton. I don't think she would have Sutton's back. I think she'll let Sutton hang by herself. Crystal is playing victim. Let me tell you, I believe those 14 ladies left her alone because if it was me, I'd be like, I left that group alone. I walked away. No, she didn't say peep. I think she did something to those 14. How you lose 14 friends? Okay, if it's not a natural disaster, how did you lose 14? I'm like, that is so weird. I think Crystal has a problem. I think she's a pick me, please. I think she has insecurities. Even when she walked away with who is it? Who walked away to the bathroom? She's all hanging in the back like she's afraid to sit at the table.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what, like Crystal has more insecurities than an eating disorder. I think she has, there's a lot of people on here that don't need to be on this show. I think they have deep internal issues. Diana deserved every bit of that smoke from Sutton because you've been coming for me since you stepped on the scene. You're using adjectives like clumsy, awkward. You're going to get this smoke at this table in Mexico. I don't care if I rode on your private jet. I can afford to get my own. You're going to get smoke. Diana is not used to people talking back to her because of her money. If you notice, they're like, that Sutton. She's like, I got a big check too, hon. You're not the only one here who got a big check, a big settlement. I do too. And you're not going to talk to me stupid at this table.
Yeah.
And I think Garcelle's is going to backfire on her, this producing every single scene. I think something's going to happen along the way to Garcelle that she's going to regret helping these ladies along, because everybody's storyline is very boring. I don't care. Like, I don't know how Diana's getting a check. I would like to know how much she's getting paid just to go be swimming in the ocean. I would like to know. But that's all.
Thank you, Brooklyn Star. We appreciate you calling in.
No problem. Bye.
That did take me out. She said she don't know how she lost 14 friends. If it wasn't a natural disaster. Oh my God. That really, this is why I love when you guys call in. For those that are wondering, I just posted the call-in link for our members of the channel on the community tab only. We already have quite a few people backstage, but let's get to, how many people we got in the building? We have almost, over 1,200 people in the building. We appreciate you all taking time out of your day. Enough talking for me. Let's get into some more callers. Make it make sense. We're going to bring you up. What's going on? Make it make sense. What's up with that
Kempire? What's up? You asked if where Kyle should be sitting for the reunion? At her house. And take the producer Garcelle with you. I'm tired of both of them.
Oh, you just take Garcelle with you?
Garcelle and Kyle are both producing this show from the show. They are Shawnee O'Neal of Beverly Hills. Erica is sucking up to Diana because she wants to get on that Room 23 Heidi Fleiss list. Look, let me just say this. You know, I hate hypocrisy. Crystal might have lost 14 friends, but Kyle has 2 sisters and they don't like her at all 90% of the time. So does that make her the problem?
Probably.
Garcelle's glam was not money well spent. She's a beautiful woman. We all know she's a beautiful woman, but I don't know why she splurged for that. Because, I mean, maybe if they drove to Mexico.
Shut up. Shut up.
It didn't make sense. I'm tired of Erica trying to endear the audience to Tom. I don't care if he graded the LSATs. I'm sure next week we'll be hearing that he was part of the college admission scandal. Couldn't you see him taking money under the table?
I mean, it wouldn't have surprised me.
Back to Erica and this glam. She has a like $2.2 million tax lien, a personal tax lien that's not her husband's. Yeah. So how can you say that you can afford this $40,000 a month glam? And to be honest, I don't think anybody was spectacular on this trip. She could have just threw on some, Rena Cosmetics, went ahead and got that rash and called it a day. I think that Rob Minkoff put Crystal in some brothel, the Stepford wife classes that Kelsey Grammer had put Camille in. Because everything, like, I feel like this woman really tries too hard to present this picture perfect, everything. And they are putting cracks in her glass. I don't know. I don't really feel like this losing 14 friends was, I believe there's some truth to it, but the fact that all of these women knew about it, who were your 14 friends back in the day, Kyle? The morally corrupt Faye Resnick, who was doing Playboy after her friend was murdered. Like, they all run in these same circles. Lisa Rinna is a social climber. They're all social climbers. So why are you vilifying this girl for doing the same thing that y'all have done for years and has now put you in a position to be millionaires? Kyle and Mauricio weren't millionaires before they social climbed their way into Kathy Hilton's husband's business. Kyle was a non-working actress and Mauricio was just a real estate agent. Now there's agencies on every corner. So this is the way the game is played. I don't know why Crystal is being picked on for doing the same thing that they are all guilty of.
Oh, okay.
I mean, am I wrong?
You bring very valid points. Okay. All right, you bring up very valid points, but I just don't want to agree.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sometimes, they say I'm too shady. It's not a stretch to think that Sutton might have said something out of turn. I kind of agree with Diana. She's really kind of clumsy with her words.
Oh, here you go, agree with Diana.
And I might have an unpopular opinion, but just like Garcelle was free to call out Erica, Diana should be free to tell Sutton you're flat out lying. All of those women heard the day before, Sutton says she hates and likes the girl. So while she's addressing it, they're all mute. So I low key agree with Diana. You consistently say these things and then you take them back. So what is it? Did you say something to Crystal out of turn and now you are taking it back? Because just yesterday you said something out of turn and you're trying to tell us that that didn't happen. So it does, to me at least, give some validity to Crystal's probably lying a little bit and Sutton's probably lying a little bit. And that's why neither one of them wants to talk about it. I'm annoyed that this is a storyline. This is giving me very much like Puppygate.
Oh, God. I have to say, though, this is definitely a little bit more interesting than Puppygate, because Puppygate was just like, really? I'm just saying.
I don't know. I mean, it's the Beverly Hills thing. They gang up on one person consistently. I don't like Erica at all. Let me say that before I start this. But I'm glad that at least somebody was there to kind of help Crystal, although it felt like when the Little Mermaid met Ursula the Witch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it felt like to me. Like, why would you trust this woman? You know she hates Crystal. So I won't keep you. I'm sure your line is backed up, but this is much better than RHOA.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Wow. Do you guys agree? Replay crew, we haven't forgotten about you. Those of you that are watching this afterwards, do you agree with what the callers are saying? Do you agree with my review? What are your takeaways from the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Don't forget, we will be live at 5:30 p.m. Eastern for our recap of The Real Housewives of Dubai. So set your reminders. The link is now available. Join our texting community at textkempire.com or text me at 347-647-2372. Don't forget, data and message rates may apply. Also, make sure you guys are following me on my social media, because you might be missing out on tea that I don't share here on YouTube. Just saying. Just saying. All right. We got a lot of people backstage. Let me just say thank you for a couple of super chats. Oh, wait. Melinda, I think I already read this, right? Wait, did you just say Diana was a clone too? Okay, fine. I'll stop. Thank you for the super chat. DM Rock says, thank you for the super chat. DM Rock says, I felt bad for Diana because Sutton was so aggressive, in my opinion. I can definitely see that. I don't know if I felt bad for Diana, because she next week she's lucky she didn't get headbutted. So I'm like, oh, you're about that life, but Sutton pointing her weak finger at you made you scared. Come on. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat. Julie says, got here late, but do you think the fleeing 14 close friends are from her husband's industry? I don't have 14 close friends. Me either. But you know, as you get older, if you listen to my most recent podcast, I talked about, during my early, like 20s, like I had a large group of friends. But as you get older, those friends and the amount of friendships that you have definitely change. Definitely changes. Some people will maintain 14 friendships. That's a lot of work. Or it's not a lot of work because they're very surface level friendships. So I doubt they were close friends. Thank you, Julie, for the super chat. El Michelle, thank you for the super chat. El Michelle says, Erica's stylist failed her with that muumuu, and she failed her makeup artist by wearing sunglasses to dinner, wasting victims' money. Well, her makeup artist is also her assistant. Did you guys notice that? That was her assistant doing her makeup. I hope she's paying her well. Samara, thank you so much for the super chat. Samara says, I think Sutton said something foul because the way she was trying to dead the convo at first was sus. Yes, we've been saying that. But she was very vocal with Erica's situation, but she wanted to minimize Crystal, insinuating that she might be a racist. Okay. Look, we're still looking. We're still Googling and schmoogling when it comes to the Sutton situation. But we also have to keep in mind, despite this dark thing that Sutton said, Crystal and Sutton still were able to move forward with a friendship. So it says to me, how bad was it? We won't know until she tells us what it is. All right, we already have quite a few people backstage. Let me get to these callers. All right, Sebastian Shade is here. What's going on, Sebastian?
Hey, Kempire. I personally think that Diana needs to stop being a European Karen and be held accountable as every other housewife has been. Were you a madam or not? That's the question. Just answer yes or no. And Sutton, I ride for Sutton very hard, but I'm sorry, Sutton. I don't know how to feel about you anymore after these newer TikToks are starting to resurface. I don't know how to feel about you, so I'm gonna put you on standby for now until you redeem yourself. And Crystal needs to get off this show. I'm sorry, she needs to go focus on herself. She needs to go back to Merriam-Webster. She needs to do a lot of things so she can redeem herself. And yes, the 14 friends, they probably left you because you're so toxic. You're a social climber, Crystal. That's what you are. You only want to rock with mean girls who have more money than you, so you can be there, so you could think that you're there, but you're not there. You're just putting yourself 10 feet back every time you try to climb. And that's all, Kempire. Oh, Garcelle was great. I love Garcelle. Garcelle, keep bringing it. That's it, Kempire. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Sebastian. Bye. Sebastian Shade. Never know what he's going to say. Just a reminder to the callers, and this is not anything that Sebastian said. I just forgot to give the disclaimer. Again, guys, don't forget, callers, no profanity, nothing derogatory, no offending, groups of people. All right, let's do better than some of these reality stars. Just saying. Just a disclaimer. Guys, we hit over 500 likes. Let's keep liking the video. As I said before, liking video is an easy and free way of supporting the channel. I am going to drop the call link in just a second. Let me get through the long line of members that are backstage. I'm going to bring up Rasani. What's going on, Rasani?
Hey, Kempire. How's it going?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Long time no see, no speak.
Oh, you've been busy.
Yes, the people at the work. The people at the work. You know how it goes. I want to backtrack a little bit to last week with Crystal, with, the big words, my air quotation. The Rorschach, it's actually not a blood test.
What is it?
It's an ink blot test. Do you know those tests?
That's what Erica said. She did say blot test.
I thought she said blood test.
I mean, maybe she said blood test, but I saw my caption said blot test, so I don't know.
Maybe the caption got it right, but she got it wrong.
Oh, maybe.
So, just to clarify that. This is my question. This is what I'm curious about with the 14 friends. Is it a individual situation that happened and the 14 dropped her, or is it situations with each 14 members that's why they dropped her? Like, let's say, for example, if we look back on the Chloe, Jordan, Tristan situation, I can see like that one issue happening and then everybody dropping Jordan. Or is it, she did something to Kempire, she did something to me, she did something to, whoever. That's what I'm curious about.
That's a good point. I like that analogy.
I'm just curious. The thing that annoyed me about it is that whole dinner situation is that, okay, so Erica jumping in, trying to create a moment. She goes, so who's heard that story? Rena and Kyle said they both did. But then shortly after, she turned and asked Sutton, who told her that? And Sutton is like, I'm not going to say because the person is, they're not here to defend themselves or whatever the case may be. Why didn't you ask Rena or Kyle the same question? Because both of them said that they heard it from the friends as well. Just curious. And if I heard it from the source, it's not a rumor.
Oh, good point. Rasani, you are breaking it down today. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
Very good point. All right. Thank you so much, Rasani, for calling in.
Before, I wanted to make a statement to make it make sense. When, he's going on about Kyle. In defense of Kyle and her sisters, if you read the book House of Hilton, you can see why the sisters are like that. It's how they were raised by their mother, allegedly from the book. And my last statement with Diana, what's her purpose there? Why is she a main cast member, not a friend of? Kyle, we speak more about Kyle's dogs than we do about her. They should be main cast members. I'm just saying.
We don't need any of them. All right, Rasani, thank you so much.
Okay, I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Bye. I love when you guys try to make it seem like I'm keeping you on the phone. Gotta go. What? Wait a minute. I was like, It's all right. It's all right. Don't you love that way? I'm sure you guys probably have friends like that where you're trying to get them off the phone and then they're like, oh, I gotta go. You called me. Planting Light, thank you so. Oh, damn, wrong one. Look, wrong one. Plenty Light, thank you so much for the super chat. Plenty Light says, maybe it's not what Sutton said, but what she admitted that's so egregious. Did she drain the pool? Oh, that was a Southern thing to keep non-whites out. I hope not. I like Sutton. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Damn it. Just saying. That was a oh God, I hope not. I hope not. All right. Let's get to these callers. Cephas is backstage. What's going on, Cephas?
Hey Kempire, how are you doing?
Oh well, how are you?
Doing well. Happy Pride.
You too.
Thank you so much. I have to say that this is the first season I've been truly invested in from Beverly Hills since season 5's fight in Amsterdam. So I'm really appreciating like this really dark take on the season so far. I just wanted to call in about Crystal and Diana. Just based off of a couple episodes ago, I'm still team Crystal because in this group of probably white women, and she's both one of the women of color and she's also the youngest in the group, I'm still siding with her. I still do think that there were microaggressions and gaslighting and things that happened in not just like that group of 14 women that she left with, which by the way, we don't know what the circumstances are because like you said earlier, you have a friend group that you might have in your 20s that you just kind of sever with. Then in your 30s, you might sever another group. I've had that happen like a couple times also. So it's like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It might just be like you woke up one day and realized, hey, like I don't really click with these women, or I might not click with a few of these women, but those few hang with the majority, but I don't mess with them. So I'm just going to sever ties altogether. So
but the word on the street is that they sever ties with her.
Well, we don't know. But and I like you said earlier, I wish that maybe Garcelle might put her producer hat on and bring one of those women on. Like that'd be like messy as heck, but I'm here for it.
You can bring them all if you can.
Listen. Wishful thinking. But you know, even like with this particular group, like I could see like the microaggressions where like, you know, even a couple episodes ago, like Dorit was like, oh, are you sure that this happened? Are you sure it didn't get made up or anything? I'm like, how are you gonna try to tell someone else their experience? So at this point, I just wish that Crystal would either dead the situation or say what happened with Sutton and this pool, because at this point, they're just gonna continue to just like ride her about this until something finally happens. The other thing is that like at that dinner scene where Sutton made her apologize, like that was really cringy because it felt like she was like, tell me you're sorry and tell me this and tell me that. And it felt very much so like a mother trying to chastise her child.
Yeah.
And it was just very like cringy. And I didn't really appreciate that. And typically I've been very like team Sutton up until this point. And I'm like, you know, because I like them both. And I hate to see them both kind of pitted up against each other. But hey, I guess Erica and Lisa are kind of getting their way, like we saw with their little side-eye
smile to each other.
Yeah, exactly. And then moving on to Diana, I have no sympathy for her. I don't know why she even felt the need to interject herself into that fight. You know, they were saying that, oh, she was trying to diffuse the fight. No, you were just trying to just egg it on. And this is actually the third time that she's done it with Sutton. And what I'm really surprised about with Diana is, despite the amount of money she has, like she's also socially inept because she can't read the room. Like you can't like understand that Sutton is actually like a fan favorite, and Crystal is also. I mean, you know, Crystal, Sutton, and Garcelle are kind of like fan favorites, and you're going against one of those three, and you being the newbie and us not really liking you. I mean, so far between like, you know, Twitter and YouTube, etc., people aren't really like gunning for her like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gunning for her either. And then you coming for Sutton is also not helping your case. So the crocodile tears, you can miss me with that. Like really, like Diana gives me like friend of energy. And I was actually just watching this episode, like, you know, 30 minutes before you launched this call. And what's really interesting about Diana is it's almost like reading a chapter in a book and you see an asterisk and you have to read the cliff notes down at the bottom. She doesn't like in the moments, like she doesn't really give you much. And then it's like she has to give you these like confessionals to kind of like fill in the gaps, but you're even with that there, like you're still not interesting as a person. Yeah. And I think having those confessionals actually like just kind of like I can't even talk today. No, but like it's like, for instance, you saying you know, I'm allergic to dust, I don't go to stores, I don't shop, but the first 18 years of your life you were extremely poor, and like what's that about? So my theory with Diana is that with Erica taking such a nosedive financially, I think she really like looks like broke as hell, and
broke as hell,
like but right. It's like you can't even like fake the funk, because like your stuff is just plastered out there in such capacity that like you can't even fake it for the show. So I think that Diana's place in this particular season is that she kind of counterbalances Erica's brokenness.
Oh. All right, Steve. I gotta go because we have a long line.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My last point is that like you know, I think next season both Erica and Diana should be gone.
Okay.
But thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Cephas. Take care. All right, y'all. Just a reminder, we do have a long line of members backstage, and I haven't even dropped the call-in link for everyone. So let's not go through the entire episode. Just the most important detail that you want to talk about, please do so. But because everyone's been talking so long, and I've been drinking all this water from our coldest water bottle, I got to take a bathroom break as I take another sip. But I want to be comfortable, and I wanted to rush you guys off the phone because I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom. Let's take a quick little break. And I'm sure you need one as well because you didn't want to miss a thing. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't liked it already. Let's get to 600 likes. I'm going to drop the call-in link for you guys to call in as well. And we're going to get to our Royal Court members and our Team Kempire members that are backstage currently as well. Let me just say thank you. We did have a super chat. Ro, thank you so much for another super chat. You said, not sure if Sutton is racist. Her best friend, Jennifer Tilly, is half Chinese. Okay. You already know how that sounds, right? Thank you so much, Ro, for the super chat. All right. Let me take a quick little boys room break, okay? I'll leave this up and we're gonna play some music. Hold on. Be right back. And we're back. Thado says, I low-key miss Dorit's fashions. I can see that. Thank you, Zoe, for the super chat. She says, I'm so late. I'm here on Real African Time. I was told and showed my uncle your channel. The man has never been so impressed and confused at the same time. I love this community, my safe space, Zoe. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for sharing our channel. I love when you guys say that you share and you tell your family and friends about what we're doing here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. If this is your first time, you don't just get reality TV recaps or reality TV news. You get everything in pop culture, and I'm calling it your number one source here on these YouTube streets when it comes to pop culture. All right. Oh, DV says, this is why I love Kempire in this group. He seems so real and authentic. Look, I can only be me. I just went to the bathroom while we were live. It's okay. Let me get to the callers. People are waiting. And let me drop the call-in link. Hold on. I almost forgot, but Oh, we got to talk about elephants very soon. Very soon. All right. Let me drop the call-in link. I'm not whispering. I don't know. Guys, if you haven't already, Kempire merch for Pride is now available for a limited time. And you think I'm playing? Nope. July 1st, you won't see it. So get it while supplies last. And it's not just t-shirts. Everyone that's been chiming back in on the quality of the t-shirts, the sweatshirts, the water bottles, the mugs, all the cool stuff. Get your Kempire merch today. Ain't that beautiful? Ain't that beautiful? All right. And for those that have been asking, we will be celebrating Wendy Williams on Friday. If you missed my report on the Wendy Williams show ending officially this Friday, we will be celebrating Wendy Williams on Friday. So bring your best stories, your favorite memories, even your shadiest memories. We will be talking about it Friday live. All right, let's get into this. Let me get to some of the royal court members that are backstage. In my opinion, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on in my opinion?
Hey, Kempire, how are you today?
Oh, well, how are you? Are you cooking?
Yes, I'm cooking. Got the kids going. Okay. Let me tell you something, Kempire. I watched this show and I'm upset because they hyped this up like this was going to be the best season. Oh my God, it was going to be so explosive. And I was like, I felt like a womp, 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 womp last night. Like it was not. Yeah. It was not giving what it was supposed to give. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Because I'm from the South, okay, I know how the South thing go. And not all white people, but a lot of people that were raised in the South has a tendency, even if they're not racist, to say something that may come off to other minorities that it is racist. So I'm so tired of having to hula hoop around what's been said, what's not. I don't like the guess. Okay? If y'all already know what was said, I don't want to guess. I don't want it on my TV screen. So if ain't nobody gonna say what it was, I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm not riding for none of y'all to somebody tell me what was said. Okay? I'm a straight shoot all day. And I'm just saying, if this supposed to be reality TV, why y'all ain't giving us the reality? Like, I'm gonna need Bravo to unhook that footage because they was there. It was something else that came after. The black girl and the Chinese girl was in my pool. You don't end a conversation like that. You just don't. Don't nobody talk like that. What else was said?
Yeah.
I need to know. Yeah. Because what you got people doing is you got people riding for people blindly. I don't do that. I don't do that. I ain't giving you no blind love here. We done did it for so many years. You know what I'm saying? People riding off the back of our black sis and our minority groups. And we don't get nothing. And y'all took the credit for it for many years. So no, I'm not riding for none of y'all. I don't care who riding for you. Gazelle keep riding for all she want. Until somebody show me the footage, tell me what was said, I don't even riding for none of you. Period, point blank. I love you, Kempire, but I can't wait to talk to you about the Biden this evening.
Stay tuned. 5:30 tonight. I'll see you then.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, I love the kids. All right. We got a couple of royal court members I need to get to, and then we're going to get to the members and some of you that are backstage. For those of you backstage, for those of you that are still trying to call in, our backstage is full. So those that are finished and you've said what you said, please hang up. All right. Danielle, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Danielle? Oh, Obi. I don't know what happened. Oh, wait. Obi, stay right there. Someone chimed out. Okay, that must have been in my opinion. Danielle, there we go.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. I'm actually getting stretched right now, so let me sit up. I only got two things to say.
Oh, not getting stretched.
Yes, that's a thing.
Okay.
If y'all not going to get stretched, y'all better go get stretched. It's a thing. Okay.
Oh.
So Resney said kind of what I was calling in to say about the 14 friends.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was like a group of 14 friends. I'm thinking Beverly Hills, people speak, and these 14 ladies or people know each other. I think it seems like what's happening, well, this is just me assuming and how I pictured in my head. Crystal has been trying to find the friend group for her since she's married into this world, but she keeps messing up. Hence, she had a couple of friends here. She messed up. She went to the next set of friends. Because it's Beverly Hills, because it's women, people talk. So and the fact that they all run in the same circle, these 14 people have come together and they kind of talked about like, oh yeah, we don't fool with Crystal anymore. And now she's trying to get her way into this friend group and she's messing up again. That's what I think happened. Okay. So that's just a way of looking at it. Then what's the gentleman that just Cleophas something? The guy that just Cleophas. He mentioned I'm sorry if I messed your name up, Cleophas. He mentioned about Diana. Oh shucks, I had a brain fart, not an elephant brain. I'm over it. Okay, let me go back to getting stretched. I mean, not yeah, because I only had 2 points, and I don't lost it. It's gone. Okay, go to the others. See you later.
Thank you. Danielle's getting stretched. All right, let's bring up Obi. What's going on, Obi?
Hey, Kempire.
What's going on?
I'm just here for one person, and that's Erica.
Oh.
Okay. So you know good and damn well that you don't care about these friends of Crystal. And yes, Crystal is manipulative. And yes, it's relevant to the situation because your prodigy is doing it again, right in front of your eyes. And as much as I hate Kyle, she was right. It's murky and it's intentional. But then, if your shallow brain could indeed cause you to allude on national TV to the possibility of your victims lying about their compensation and still manage to convince yourself about the necessity of lacking empathy in order not to appear guilty, then what are the chances that this same shallow brain can comprehend Crystal's situation? I'll help you out, 0 to none. And while we're still on that topic, your friend Lisa Rina admitted to hearing this story from Crystal herself. So what are you saying, Erica? Just admit it. You're not that girl anymore. Her outbursts of anger and her one-liners just not landing. Her storyline ended with Tom, and now there's really nothing left of substance we want to watch from her. That's it. Bye.
Okay. All right. Let's get to these callers. All right, Beverly, PSG. I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad I was able to get on today. Work hours have changed, but anyway, Crystal. If Crystal really wants to know if Erica is on her side, wait till she see the playback from last night when she went to the bathroom and Erica had so much to say behind her back. Nothing else to say on that. And I think, as far as her being a social climber, I mean, that's what they do. But it's how she does it by trying to throw other people under the bus or making up things on them. That's not cool. And it's just like Kyle said, I saw a 2-minute clip on YouTube where she said to Andy, if more were said, bravo with Eric, because you don't do the housewives any favor. Oh. So I don't, and just like in my opinion said, I'm from the South as well, born and raised here. And she's right. They do say they can be reckless with their mouths, but no bad intentions behind it. Just pretty much ignorance to it. And Garcelle, Garcelle is my girl. Garcelle says what everybody else is thinking. And Erica is just trying to make something between Sutton and Crystal because she has realized this season Sutton is not putting up with her crap. Sutton is shutting Erica down every chance she gets. Yeah. And so that's pretty much all I had to say, except for membership has its perks when you're trying to get on the line early.
And we appreciate you. Thank you so much, PSP Beverly.
Beverly, there you go. Okay. Bye.
Yes, it does. Guys, if you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TeamKempire.com/join. There is a new link, TeamKempire.com/join. Or if you're watching from your computer, click the join button. You don't have to become a member, but there are their perks. You heard what Beverly said. All right. Norma's backstage. I'm going to bring Norma up. What's going on, Norma?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
Well, how are you?
Very well, thank you. I want to thank all the people that hit the like button because then we got a big number and I got to come on. It doesn't hurt to help. Kempire, I adore your TikToks. I'm on the West Coast later, but with your commentary, I have to rewatch. But I have notes because I will be brief. Okay. Since the very beginning, even on Watch What Happens Live, the very first episode of the first of this season, even Andy has been gunning for Sutton. He had all those where you do those polls, and it was very anti-Sutton. So I think that was the agenda this season, is to knock her down for some reason. I don't know, maybe because he's protecting his little friend Renna. At the dinner, I felt for her with the flock of seagulls, and you see the birds, and that's her mom. But not even a few minutes later, when she is a guest in this country and they want to do a cleansing, she puts it down. So that spirituality, much like the birds, flew right out. I think Kyle is gunning for Crystal because Crystal basically called her an alcoholic.
Oh.
And she was like, oh, you're going to say that I don't remember because I was drinking. So that is her subtle way of, okay, I'm going to support Sutton to go against you. Okay. Now, one of the things that I was thinking about for Crystal losing 14 friends, it's a very cliquish town. I live here. And I was
being 14.
No. But I was in a circle of mommy and me's, and you get a nice little group of women. And my friend, her husband represented Les Moonves, who was president of CBS. So I got to hang out with some of these women in the Mommy and Me, with Cookie Johnson, and a lot of other people who I'm not going to name. And if you fall out of favor with one of these people, that's it. You're out of favor. So something could have happened with Rob, that a business didn't go through or something like that. And don't forget that Crystal has young kids. So she could have been in a Mommy and Me group with some of these moms. And that could be the big 14, the fleeing 14. You know, but Renna said that she heard it too. Why didn't she step up? When Erica said, Sutton, who were they? Name them. She didn't. But why didn't she ask Renna?
Because she's holding in her back pocket for some reason.
And Erica has nothing. That's why she's going after Diana. Because again, like I said, this is a cliquish, I'm sure this happens in all communities, but this is a very cliquish community. Without Tom, and she's nobody. So she needs to get like a barnacle, stick onto somebody. And she's going on a sinking ship called Diana. And with that, I will say adieu. Guys, keep on supporting this channel. It is the best. Kempire is amazing. You're going to regret it if you don't, because when he becomes a big guy and he's doing his own show, you're going to go, why didn't I join when I could have? And get some of that merch. It's wonderful.
Thank you so much, Norma. Have a good day. And thanks for spilling the tea. One of the things that's standing out to me, and this is why I love the conversations that we have here on multiple platforms, including we're live on TikTok, we're live on Facebook as well, the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live also here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, is that this situation with the fleeing 14 is not as clear, clean cut as, Sutton saying, well, I hear you're super manipulative and these 14 people left you. As we've been watching Beverly Hills and as we've heard, it is a very cliquish community. So all of you pointing out that all it takes is one woman and then the rest of the group is like, we're done with you. We shall see. We shall see. And maybe, and this is what I'm thinking now, maybe the reason why Crystal doesn't want to even talk about it was because if she does, that community may pull strings in regards to other things that she does there in Beverly Hills. Damn. This is why I stay in New York. This is why I have not moved to California, despite people saying, oh, you should move to California. No, because I'll cuss all you out and then leave and come back to New York, where we keep it real. Just saying. Oh, no. All right, let me get to the calls. There's so many callers. Okay, Miss Brooklyn, I'm going to bring you up. Let's go, Miss Brooklyn Diamond.
Hey guys, hi Kempire, hi everybody in the chat. How you doing? Regarding the fleeing 14, since you brought it up, the fact that it's heard by 3 different people and it seemed to come up after Crystal came into the show, and the way Sutton said it, that you're manipulative, I get the impression that after Crystal was on the show and they saw how Crystal treated Sutton, because everybody's going at Sutton right now and how she's doing Crystal did Sutton real bad last year, and I have the impression that maybe somebody whispered into Sutton's ear, listen, this is how she is, she did this to, she was a part of this group and she went at this one or that one, and like we all had to get away from her because we saw what she was doing and we're not down with that. So it could be something like that as well. For the people who are saying Garcelle shouldn't be producing, we need Garcelle to produce, because Garcelle is producing in a really, really, really good way. Diana, you need to sit down and just stay in the cut, because you're bringing nothing to the table but jumping in where nobody is asking you to jump in. Dorit, I am sick and tired of you in this break-in. Like, girl, get off television if you are having this much problem living your life. Go home, be with your kids, get some therapy, move out of that house. That might help. As for the deep, dark secret, I have a problem with this, and Bravo is going to end up having a serious problem with this if it turns out to be anything that has teeth. It's on video, it's filmed. So if Sutton said something truly horrendous and it's on film, and it comes out that it was filmed and Bravo didn't do anything about her, kind of like when the texts and all of that came up with the girl on Salt Lake City and whatever, and the whole thing with the below deck chick and the N-word and all of that. If it comes out after those 2 instances that Bravo had something on film with Sutton saying something so totally and completely horrendous, Bravo is going to have a very, very serious problem on their hands. And don't think that NBC Universal lawyers don't know about that. That's why I don't think what she said was truly all that problematic. 1, Crystal was able to turn her back on it and move forward. And 2, having that type of evidence on film and not producing it, and having a woman of color, having an African-American woman on this show, bringing another African-American woman on this show who's very vocal. Anybody who don't know about Cherie, go watch Ex-Wives, because she is not no shrinking
Hollywood Exes.
Yeah, Hollywood Exes. It's going to create a serious, serious problem for Bravo. So I don't buy into it that she said something deep, dark, all this horrendous racist thing. I think it was Sutton being the awkward person that she is and said something in a very awkward way and then rushed to explain it like, oh my God, that's not what I meant. I meant it this way or that way or the other way. And the only other thing with Sutton, with Diana, well, you said you hate her, you said you love her. We've all done that when we've looked at a friend and said, I love you. I hate you, but I love you. It's not that serious a thing where she's backtracking. I tell my kids all the time, sometimes I love you. I don't like you very much right now, or I don't like you, but I love you. It's a term. It's not that serious. And now I'm going to drop off and let other people talk.
Thank you, Ms. Brooklyn. Take care. All right. We do have a long line backstage, so I'm going to try to get to everyone. If you haven't already, guys, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Let me just get to these super chats that we have backstage. Hold on. Nia, thank you so much for the super chat. Nia says, quick comment. When Crystal was on Watch What Happens Live, she said that what Sutton said about the pool was correct. But when she saw the poll that everyone agreed with Sutton, she backpedaled and said, oh, there was more. Yeah, no, I'm paying attention to everything. Thank you, Nia, for the reminder. And thank you so much for the super chat. And says, saying hello. Anyway, we can overnight merch to Dallas or LA. I tried ordering, however, shipment would arrive after our departure. Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if you can overnight. The website should tell you, though. You should be able to adjust shipping. And thank you so much for another super chat. She said, haven't watched Beverly Hills, however, love the recaps. Thank you, Ann. Okay. All right. Let me get to these calls. Phoenix, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. Okay, guys, quick. Remember, there are lines of people waiting to share their thoughts on Beverly Hills. Okay. All right. Phoenix, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Phoenix?
Hey, so I died when you mentioned just staying in New York versus the West Coast. Child, I moved to the West Coast 5 years ago. You are right. You were going to want to cuss everybody out and leave because the way that they communicate here is very different. The fact that the 14 friends thing is even brought up, who is counting? Were you counting or did she count? Like, I mean, if people don't want to mess with me, fine. I'm not sitting here even counting. So yeah, I mean, people definitely interact very differently on the West Coast. You would not like it, but it's beautiful out here. So it's like, you want the trash in New York City or you want fake people where you got palm trees? Girl, I don't know what to do. I'm trying to pick where I want to leave when I finish my degree. And I'm like, I don't know where to live because it's a mess everywhere. But anyway, always love my New York City spirit. Erica and Mikey, I was going to bring that up. What does she have on him? He looked like he aged 15 years. And I feel like, why is he there? Does he really need the money from her? Does he think it's a good look? Because it's not a good look. And I don't know why Erica, like, I don't know if she has a personality disorder, but does she think that, because she's saying, I don't want to sacrifice my glam. That's the one thing that needs to stay. It's like, girl, that's why I honestly was never a huge fan of her, because if you're really a boss bitch like that, if you're really a bad bitch like that, you know how to put your own stuff together. Like, you could be working here with some
Fashion looking a little womp.
Right. Like, you could be here with some Fashion Nova and some clip-in extensions and some CVS makeup and put it together if you're really that bitch. She's not that. She needs to pay to get where she is, and that's why she can't let go of the money, because she's nothing without her money, because she don't know who she is. And God knows who she was back when she was 28. So hopefully she finds, hopefully she finds healing. And the last thing that I'm going to say is that even if Sutton did say something dark, I want to say, I still don't like Crystal. She still handled it wrong. And I think part of why Crystal isn't going to say what it is, if it is true that she said something dark, is because Crystal's going to look like a hypocrite. Because Crystal made her storyline last season that she's confronting racism as a woman of color. And now it's like, oh no, but you actually don't really care at the end of the day. And I had made a comment on another video about non-Black people of color having proximity to privilege, and sometimes making racism a serious issue, but then kind of backing out and making exceptions. So it's like, pick one. Because at the end of the day, if you did forgive her, then forgive her. Because when you create this scenario where nobody in the white people who say stupid stuff can never grow, then it just makes people not want to grow. And like I said, at the end of the day, POC voices over everyone. If Sutton's a racist, I don't care. But if you're saying she should be forgiven, then you got to forgive. Or how are you going to say that you forgive, and then the second you get a little triggered, all of a sudden you're going to come out here, but then you don't even want to say what it is. It just seems like a storyline, and I just see a lot of non-Black people of color doing it, and I don't like it.
Oh.
Anyway.
Phoenix, we appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, you're the best. Love you. Thank you.
Bye. All right. Wow. See, that's that New York energy. Just saying. All right, Estelle, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Estelle?
Hi, hello from Dijon in France.
Oh, bonjour.
Yes.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. So I'm going to try to make it short. I wrote it down because my accent sucks and it is not my first language. So here we go.
French accent.
So I think Sutton is a Karen. Last season, she said in this episode that aired, the word racist is a virus worse than COVID, meaning being called a racist is worse than having a deadly disease. She said racism, she didn't say the word racism, she said the word racist, major difference. Then, to make matters worse, she said it to an Asian woman. And we know the word association that happened in the USA because of Trump. So there's that. Then we have her daughter, a friend, coming out saying, by the way, I'm not Chinese, I'm Korean. And this is what we call racisme ordinaire in France. When you take instance where, how can I say it? Phrases that become part of everyday life, but they are problematic. Sutton also compared her experience to Crystal's experience. That's wrong. She cannot compare herself to Crystal or Garcelle or any woman of color. She said a bunch of really problematic things in what aired. So what is Kate point? She's wrong, and Sutton is lying, period. Also, Crystal got into it with Sutton because she was defending Garcelle. Sutton wasn't defending Garcelle. Speaking of Garcelle, my issue with her is that she made this a storyline, and it's a dangerous territory because it's race. Crystal said at last year's reunion that she received thousands of racist and threatening DMs. I think that's why she broke down, because she's scared she has to leave that again this season. That's why she's trying to cause this discussion off. And I think it's very, very, very dangerous play Garcelle is doing, because best believe if Sutton is acting with like a Karen with Crystal, she will do that to Garcelle to save her image, because Sutton only cares about her image. Last season, when she called out Erica, it wasn't about the victims. No, Garcelle said it was about the victim. Sutton was worried about her image again. As for Kai, she's full of shit. She should have shut up. And she's just shifting her chess piece because she saw Sutton was really popular last season. So she's trying to cling onto her to get the popularity. And it's working.
Okay.
Anyway,
Thank you,
that's all I was going to say. And just real quick, Gilo, they added Shakira to Gilo Super Bowl because Gilo flopped in 2014 at the World Cup. That's it.
All right. We have quite a few people backstage, guys. You're just joining us. This is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Happens every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. But we haven't forgotten about you, our replay crew. Let me know how you would rate this episode. Live chat. How would you rate this episode from 1 to 10 in comparison to what we've gotten so far this season? I also posted in the Kempire Daily YouTube channel a poll asking, whose side are you on this week on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? I posted Sutton, Crystal, Garcelle, and Diana. And it's actually really between Sutton and Garcelle. 49% of you voted for Sutton. 42% of you voted for Garcelle. 5% of you voted for Crystal. All right. Let me see what you guys. Okay, a 6, a 7 out of 10, 9, an 8, an 8. All right. Not a -5 out of 10. Not a 5.391. All right. Let me get to these callers. Shalom, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Shalom? I can't hear you, Shalom. Uh-oh. Shalom, do me a favor. Drop out and call back in. Maybe there's something going on with StreamYard. Samira, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Samira?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. It's my first time on the live chat, joining the live chat, so pretty excited. I just wanted to make you welcome. I just wanted to make some few little quick points.
Okay.
As I mentioned I guess I wrote it in one of the chat. I said that Sutton, I really do believe that Sutton did say something quite foul, but obviously it's not serious enough because Crystal forgave her. So I think Crystal's really exaggerate, like making the situation worse than it actually is by keeping it to herself. I think if she just came out and said it, if it wasn't serious enough to the point where, she allowed her, she forgave her, it's not that serious. So I think she should have just came out and said exactly what was the issue, what she said, and then they would have just deaded the situation. And I heard a lot of people say, hey, I don't think Bravo would allow someone say something foul on camera or even behind the scene and not address it. I think Ebony K said that Ramona said something racist, right? And they kind of sweep that under the rug, correct?
Yep.
So I think they definitely do that. It wouldn't be something that's uncommon. And in regards to the 14 people, ex-friends of Crystal, I think that it's definitely a cliquish town. And you can even see it in this group. They ganged up on Denise for something that had nothing to do with them. That was like not even a story, right? It's like it's something that she did in the privacy of her home. And they ganged up on her, even her friend of like 20 years, which was Lisa Renna. So it's not far-fetched that would be a similar case with what happened with like those fleeing 14 people.
Yeah.
And lastly, I just want to say, I really think they need to shake up this cast because this group, they're very cliquish, and every season after season, they just gang up on one person. I think they need to remove someone from the core four. So I think maybe Dorit or Erica, I think they need to remove that just to balance things out because I think it's not working out. They're really too cliquish.
Yeah.
So that's all I had to say.
Thank you, Samira, for calling in.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right. Okay, Shalom, I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on, Shalom?
Good. How you doing, Kempire?
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. So I'm so glad that you all put the disclaimer that thoughts and views don't really say anything about what your thoughts and feelings are, because I don't do the people of color terminology. I don't do certain terminologies that like embody black and brown. I do black. And it's okay to, try and do kumbaya, but at the core, I do black. I find it very caring of Crystal to make an accusation and then chase it with tears. Like, I feel whatever group wants her, they can have her. Last week when she asked Garcelle, don't you find it problematic? I find that this is very indicative of how other cultures try to bring Black folks into their campaign because they think their argument is weightier with our backing. So I do want to say I don't ride for Sutton. True or not, whatever she said or didn't say, Sutton is going to be fine. But I am triggered by accusations being thrown out without proof. As far as Black
Shalom, we lost you.
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
Okay. As far as like people throwing out accusations, no proof in our history, it is triggering to Black people. Now, it ain't triggering for Sutton, a rich Southern white woman, to have that done because she's going to be fine. But it is, very Karen-ish. And I do want to say also that I was dropped by a big group of friends in kindergarten, and I have not looked back since. They wanted me to be mad at a certain girl, and no, I had no problem with her. Bye, y'all. Have a good day.
Bye. You know what? Y'all, the callers today are on fire. You guys are cracking me up, and that's why I love having this opportunity to have you guys call in. But like Shalom said, the views and thoughts of those call in do not represent myself, the Kempire LLC, or YouTube or Google. I don't care about YouTube. I mean, I do, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, Marsha, right? Kindergarten girl. That sent me. All right. Norma, thank you so much for the super chat. Norma says, why was Dorit shopping? To lure more. You know what? Also, LA is beautiful if you don't mind stepping over the hordes of tents in the streets. Womp womp. Oh. Thank you for the super chat, Norma. Nia, thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to everyone that sends in super chats, cash apps, Venmos, PayPals. We really appreciate you guys supporting the channel any way that you can. Also sharing and telling people about our channel. Nia says, I don't think it's fair to say just Sutton was worried about her image because they all were. Sutton was used as a scapegoat to get the information. Garcelle is ghost producing. She's fine. Not ghost producing. Zoe, thank you so much for the super chat. Zoe says, if someone says I am a good, we forgot about this. If you're here for our Married at First Sight recaps from this last season, anyone else was triggered when Sutton kept on saying, I am a good person. Anyways, back to this. Zoe says, if someone says I am a good person one more time, I will die. And unlike Jesus, I will not ride. Agree with the caller. Sutton mostly cares about her image. Oh my goodness. That I'm a good person, Sutton said a couple of times. I said, girl. I mean, she didn't get the heads up because, it was being filmed probably simultaneously with Married at First Sight. This is why I love when you guys remind me of certain things that we forgot to talk about from the episode. All right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 callers. Callers, you have to be brief. You can't go through the entire episode. I have work to do. You have work to do. People are on their lunch break. Now they're over their lunch break. They're about to get fired. Hopefully not. Just look, just listen. Don't have me open up on your big screen. Okay. Shh. Minimize. All right. Tara, I'm going to bring you up, or Tara. What's going on, Tara?
Hey, Kempire. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be on the channel. I love you.
Thank you. How are you?
So I just wrote a couple things down. Beverly Hills this season has been on fire. I never thought I'd be saying this, but Kyle, I never thought I would be agreeing with Kyle, but Kyle has been on the money. I definitely think Crystal is gaslighting. I think she's playing the victim card, definitely for sympathy. Garcelle, if they do not give my Garcelle a producer credit for all the work that she is doing this season, she's saying all the things that the streets are saying. Like, I'm living for Garcelle this season.
Sidebar though, Garcelle signed a production, well, not a production deal, a first look deal with NBC Universal. Just saying.
As she should. As she should. So I feel like Sutton's a little misunderstood or racist, still on the fence, not really sure. But we'll get And Erica is such a master manipulator this season. I feel like it's really nasty. And honestly, I feel like her hate for Sutton and all that happened in that relationship is making her like create this smear campaign. And she's using poor Diana and Crystal to do so. And I just feel like it's not cool. Like, Erica, like Sutton said, you need to worry about your legal battles, okay? Leave poor Sutton alone and worry about Tom Girardi, okay? Can we talk about Diana shifting and not talking about that book? Can we get into that? Because I need to know what that's about. Those are my thoughts. Again, Kempire, love you, and thank you for having me on.
Thank you, Tara. Take care. And thanks for making me laugh. Bye. That was hilarious. Okay. Semhar's backstage. We're going to bring Semhar up. What's going on, Semhar?
Hey. I have a couple quick things too. One is we experience people differently. So I think the way Garcelle is experiencing Sutton is probably different than what Crystal received, right? So I think we need to be a little nicer to Sutton. I mean, Crystal, my opinion. I'm not team Crystal, but whatever. The other thing is, I want to say the master manipulative person here is Kyle. I think she and the Mean Girls have quote unquote broke themselves up, and she's taking Team Sutton so she can egg on this thing while Lisa Rinna and Erica work on Crystal, and that way none of them have to have a storyline and they're sitting there smirking at each other. I know you like Kyle. I'm still side-eyeing her.
What?
Season 1.
What? Who said I like Kyle? Who said that?
You said in the beginning.
I said this week. Come on.
I'm not warming up to her. Not at all. And then the Fleeing 14, the last thing. The Fleeing 14, maybe Crystal doesn't want to talk about it. Maybe it's going to exposing them might put her husband in hot waters or something, like Norma was saying earlier. And also, who's to say that she didn't, the Fleeing 14 didn't happen because of the pandemic or other racial stuff. So why we pretend these 14 girls are any better? So I'm just saying I'm not Team Crystal, but I'm giving her some grace this season. She's not doing a great job with her words. And even last season, I believed her. She was violated. Because when somebody walking in my room and I'm naked, that's violation. I'm sorry. So that's all I have.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You guys are on the callers today. You're making me laugh. You're bringing up really valid points. We have the best community. If you are watching from the bushes and you haven't joined the community, you see why you should. It's not just for me. We have some of the most funniest, shadiest, and smartest callers in the world on these YouTube streets, on these internet streets. Be sure to follow me on multiple platforms. Not me with the little Christmas tree. Can you tell I'm waiting for Christmas? Let the countdown begin. Let the countdown begin. All right. Let me get back to the callers. Miss Bernice is backstage. We're going to bring her up. Oh, Miss Bernice, 1 second. Let me just say thank you. We had a couple of super chats. Estelle, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, Sutton also wrote in 2014 on a blog that white women were treated just as bad as black women in the 19th century. That plus her D&G association when we know that they are very anti-Asian. Oh, Sutton is not fooling me. Estelle, I need to go look that up. We already know about the D&G Association. We already know about them. Wow, not you dropping tea. Casey's sister, thank you so much for the super chat. Casey says, last night wasn't okay. Crystal was clearly upset. White millionaire lady yelling at an Asian woman and instructing her speech. Not sure what you guys see to defend her. Must be an American thing. Why you gotta attack us? Just because we don't see it the same way that you do? We and some of our calls have pointed that out. That was uncomfortable to watch as well. Sutton correcting Crystal. But here's the thing: for those that might be new, everyone is free to their opinion here as long as they're not being derogatory. Just because your perception of the situation is different than myself or another caller or someone in the chat doesn't make it wrong, or vice versa. Thank you again for another super chat. Casey says, and also, why does Kyle get an opinion on what is hurtful to women of color? I loved her for years. After last night, done. Stop Asian hate. Of course, stop Asian hate. But like I said to you before, this situation, and until Crystal lets us know exactly what was said, right now we're just dealing with rumors. Right now we're just dealing with the possibility of what Sutton may have said. And she moved past it. So it makes us wonder, okay, so what exactly was it? Melinda, thank you so much for the super chat. Melinda says, what is a first look deal? A first look deal means that if Garcelle has a production company. If she is producing something, she will give that first to NBC Universal to see if they want to take it and produce it and put it on one of their networks. So she signed that a few months ago, and that was news, and everyone was excited for Garcelle. All right. Miss Bernice, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Miss Bernice?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm fine. Let me put my 2 cents in on this debacle.
Okay.
Diane was gaslighting Sutton because she wouldn't let her finish her sentence. Somebody need to do a disclaimer with Diane. This is American Saints. This is what we mean by this. Because even though I did say that I hate her, but I said I love her. I hate what you did, but I love you as a person. That's what that means. Dorit, every time I look at her, all I hear is, I'm kind, I'm important, I'm beautiful. Okay. Erica, she better stop mixing that booze with her antidepressants. Kyle was on point. Garcia was on point. Because when she said, oh, I can't take this, I can't do this, another white woman crying, I can't do this, Like, what the heck you crying for? She didn't do anything.
And then the I love yous.
Yeah. Like, okay, come on. And Crystal is a perpetual victim. And she's an elitist. So she's going to always be drawn to the it crowd. Whoever is most popular, she got to be a part of. And if 14 friends at once, that means either you did something to one or two of them and they compared notes. And like, wait a minute, she told me this. No, she told me that. She told me this. And you the weakest link and they got rid of you. Simple as that.
Okay, Miss Bernice, we appreciate you calling in.
Okay, no problem, Kempire. You have a good day.
You too. Bye. Oh, sorry. All right. We have Adam backstage. We have Florence, and we have Eva, and we have Philly Diva. Oh, that rhymes. For those that were wondering what D&G represented in the super chat, Dolce and Gabbana, and just Google schmoogle about some problematic things that they've said. Okay. And thank you so much for the super chat. Ann says, can we please stop with the divide? Must be an American thing. Is unwarranted. Love to all Americans. Thank you, Ann. It's Pride Month. Look, love wins. Yeah. You saw my face. Oh, goodness. All right. Adam, I'm going to bring you up. Adam 285. What's going on?
Hey, Kempire.
Hi.
Hi from Dubai. Can't wait for the live later.
Oh, Dubai's in the building. What's going on?
Okay, so Dorito, the bully, and the madam need the chop. They need to be gone. So over them. And when it comes to
I'm gonna need you to speak
Sutton,
a little bit louder because I know if I'm struggling to hear, the chats can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit better.
Okay, so Dorito, the bully, and the madam need to get the chop instantly. They need to get off our screens now. And Sutton and Crystal, I'm not on either of their teams. They are both boring as hell. However, I do need a reunion with the Feeling 14 and Garcelle as the host.
Not as Garcelle as the host. Okay.
Because she will get the tea.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a feeling the Plastics had a predisposed plan coming into the season because it's giving me production. Especially with the team ups with the different sides, it's giving produced and pre-planned takedowns.
Okay. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
That's
It wouldn't be
all.
the first time.
No.
All right.
And that's all. I'll see
Thank you
you
so much,
later
Adam.
on the Dubai recap.
I appreciate it. And what time exactly will it 5:30 p.m. Eastern be in Dubai?
What time is it there right now?
Right now it's 2:35 p.m. Eastern.
Like 1:30 in the morning.
Wow. Well, we appreciate you being here for that. Take
No
care, right,
problem.
Adam?
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Guys, as a reminder, thank you, Adam, for reminding us. We will be live again today at 5:30 p.m. Eastern for our recap of the Real Housewives of Dubai. Lots to unpack. There are lots of conversation happening offline amongst the ladies, people in my DMs, people linking me to hate channels and hate pages. I'm like, damn, it must be a good show. Must be a good show. All right. If you haven't already, we have over 1,000 people watching. We appreciate you all being here. Don't forget to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Let's get to 800 likes. We are taking callers right now, talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We do this recap every single Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. You're not just getting reality TV recaps or reality TV news. You're getting everything in pop culture. Now, your number one source here on YouTube for pop culture news. All right. Florence, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Florence?
Hey, Kempire. So I'm keeping it short and sweet. My comment is just in general. If you're going to be on reality TV and you are not your true, authentic self, it will read on the screen. And that leads me to Crystal. Whatever is going on, I don't think she's comfortable in her skin. Maybe she's gone through so much. I know she shared a little bit and just has that need to just be a part of the cool crew, which we've all been, most of everybody's been mentioning. And it reads like that. Same thing with Diane. Diane is hiding something. Because I was just like, I didn't know anything about this book that she was sharing. I was like, what? And I guess I should Google it. But I'm just like, something she's hiding.
I'm going to link the Instagram account so you guys can see the story where they lay it all out.
Okay. So she's hiding something, which I don't understand why you came on reality TV again. It reads. And my thing is, I even though I loathe Cal, I agree with her comment about Crystal coming off very victim-y because I could see that last week and this week, the crying. She loves to be coddled. She had little Erica Jafragula trying to take care of her and make sure she was okay. So it was coming off like that. And my last comment is, we need some more women with some backbone who know how to read. I love my Garcelle, but she's not a reader. Bless her heart. But that's it.
Thank you so much, Florence.
Bye.
Bye. I'm interested to see what Garcelle's bestie Cherie will bring. That will be interesting. And I agree. Like, even if it's not an official read, someone that's entertaining. And that's where I disagree with Florence. I feel like we do get something from Garcelle that's funny and shady. Like recently, I don't know if you saw my recent video talking about the current status of Garcelle and Crystal's relationship. She says, I haven't heard from her and I'm not looking for her either. So I was just like, those are the moments. I know some of these housewives don't appreciate it. The Beverly Hills housewives don't appreciate it. But I appreciate that level of shade that we get from Garcelle. It might not be Atlanta reading, but it's definitely interesting and new and refreshing for Beverly Hills. All right. Let me just say thank you. We got a couple more super chats. Zoe, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, Americans always catching hands. Let's focus on the character, but sometimes it's hard not to blame the society. Okay. Zoe, thank you for another super chat. She says, I laugh every time I read or hear Dorito, aka Dorit. Enough super chat. I need to save for next week. I have a budget for you. We appreciate you, Zoe. I was gonna say you don't always have to send the super. You don't. But thank you so much for the super chat. We do appreciate it. You help to keep the lights on here at the studio. The light's struggling right now. All right. Estelle, thank you so much for the super chat. Estelle says, also, Sutton has been living in Beverly Hills for decades, so miss me with the Southern act. Garcelle is trapping herself in a dangerous place, being her mouthpiece. Uh-oh. All right, Estelle. We appreciate it. All right. Eva, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Eva?
Hi, Kempire. I'm Eva from Kenya.
How are you?
I'm all right. First of all, I got just a few things to say. First of all, Diana, she is so unrelatable. I don't even know why she's on the show. Secondly, Dorit, oh my God. what was with her when Diana started crying and she was like, oh, what's wrong, honey? It was so annoying. She's just annoying all the time in the fake accent.
Oh. Okay.
Crystal, I don't know. I feel like maybe she has some personal deep issues. Maybe she was bullied when she was young and she's really trying hard to fit in, and maybe she just does not fit in, so she does sneaky things. And Garcelle, I'm living for her. She's really nice and fun. But I really love your show. I wish you were doing the Dubai live earlier, because it will be late. I think it will be around 1 a.m. here, but I could try and wake up because I got some tea on Caroline Brooks. She dated a prominent Kenyan politician, so I got tea.
Well, you know where you can always drop tea, because I much prefer to pre-screen my tea. So join the texting community, or just shoot us a text or something, or hit us up on Instagram or somewhere. Girl, get me the tea. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have
Bye.
a nice day. Have a good day.
You too. Bye. Not the Caroline Brooks tea. Caroline, I know you're watching, but I already had a feeling. Hold on. We had a couple of super chats. Adam, thank you so much for the super chat. Adam says, I'll get my mic together for the Dubai live because I have a lot to say. Thank you so much, Adam, for the super chat. Hold on. Casey's sister, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, America has a very different way of dealing with race. I'm still struggling to understand this culture, not an insult. That's okay. That's okay. And you're right. They really do. They definitely do. Thank you for the super chat. All right. Finally, because we've been live for over 2 hours and I've been drinking a ton of water. That's how I keep my skin clear. For my coldest water bottle. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to get your coldest water bottle, but they don't just have water bottles. They have things for your coffee. They have, what do they have? Ice packs. They have things for your pets. Head on over to coldest.com, but don't forget to use the discount code KEMP10 for 10% off. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Let's get to Philly Diva. She's going to be our last caller, so nobody try and call in now because I'm not taking any more callers. We've been live for 2 hours. All right. Hey, Philly Diva.
Don't nobody else try to call in. Too much.
I'm saying. Okay. Thoughts?
And I will do my best to keep this mildly brief. And of course, here comes my daughter as soon as she hears me on. So Erica is definitely trying to make fetch happen. She wants to go in on Sutton for Sutton doing her job and holding her feet to the fire last year. Like Sutton was asking all of the
We lost you, Philly Diva. I think we got bad reception.
Yeah. Like, so I appreciate that. Erica is definitely, doing her best to make Sutton out to be the villain. No, sis, you are the villain in this role. Like, you've claimed it, you've earned it, just be it. Like, just be it. Be it, stand 10 toes down in it and just own it. Because I'm not asking nobody what their real name is on YouTube. Maybe beat it. So, that's just my feelings on the Erica and Sutton beef. Like, Erica is just really, she's being petty and she's being vengeful, and it is what it is. I'm not saying that that's not something I would do, but I'm not being sued for $50 million. Like, who knows what we would do if we were being sued for that much money? And let's see. Oh, she is obviously just juicing all over Diana's money. Like, when she said, "Oh, we're just going to take Diana's private plane," she's like, "Oh, I remember when I used to have a private plane. Oh, I want these. Could you buy them for me?" Like, she is literally like, "Maddie, can you be there? I want to say some grown stuff." Okay. Thank you. She is literally trying at the bits to get up in there to meet a friend of, like, anything she can do, even if it's to, pose in Ring 23's book of alleged, as we put that allegedly back up there, even if she wants to pose in her book of alleged escorts that Rena was in, allegedly, that's the coffee table book, sitting there earning $500 or who knows how much a night. Like, I personally think that that's probably the best move for Erica. Get in the book, make those acquaintances, and get you an 80-year-old man that makes $1 billion. Stay in your lane. Like, that's your lane. Stay in it. Because clearly you have something over Mikey for him to go hard on you when all of this happened and then show up filming. You know, so there was beef between her and Mikey. Now all of a sudden you're helping her pick out these lame outfits. Boy, bye. You put baby powder and oil on her to get her in that latex outfit. I'm sure you have something better to do with your time. Now, as far as Garcelle and Rena, they are both producing the producer's credits. They are both pot stirrers, but what they are two sides of the same coin. Whereas Rena is very malicious, and you can see that nasty little smirk over every time something happens. With Garcelle, I'm sure her smirk is on the inside, where she is sitting there like looking concerned. Wait, what do you mean? No, absolutely not. Sis, you know what you're doing. Like, her and Rena have been friends for 20 plus years. They have similarities. You can't be friends with someone for that long and not have things in common. I think it is the posturishness of it all. You know, once they kind of see, oh, we're doing this to each other. Last season, Garcelle wasn't about that. No, we do this to other people. We don't do this to each other.
Oh,
like, what are you doing to what was his Denise? What are you doing that to Denise for? We do this to the other girls. Like, if we're going to be the mean girls, we're the mean girls in this clique, and we do this to the outsiders. You're not supposed to do that to her. So I think that was where Garcelle really felt away. Was like, oh, you do this to Squad. I can't trust you. And that's what she did. Like, I can't trust you.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is something new to Garcelle. I think she is very much cognizant and aware of the things that she's saying, the questions that she's asking, because we're all thinking the same thing. She has watched this show for the same 10 years that we have. You know, she got a job to do, and she's doing it. And I think that's the difference, because she doesn't wear her smirk on the outside. Crystal is for the friends streets. Like, I don't know what happened with this fleeing 14, but if she is constantly changing friends, she is for the friends streets. She's going to be your friend for 9 months. Y'all can walk the red carpets together. Y'all can buy the matching bags. But as soon as you see, like, and we all see with our friends, as soon as I address something with you, you're either going to, oh, I did not see it from your perspective. This is my perspective. My dad did not mean to hurt you. Let's grow up and move on. It seems like she's repeating the same kind of adolescent, immature behaviors. So when that caller says she was probably bullied in high school, I think that she probably was and is repeating the same trauma over and over again in her adult life and probably needs therapy. Not this, you know, to continuously circle around these friends. Sis, stop it. Love yourself.
Right.
And that just is your husband directed the line, because I'm about sick of it.
All right, Phila Diva, we definitely got to go. I've been live for almost 2.5 hours. We appreciate you calling in, though, and sharing your thoughts.
No problem. Just one last tiny little sentence. I promise I'll make it very, very quick. Norma was right. Andy is jealous with every housewife who does not need that quote unquote little check, because he has been shading Sutton. I just want to put that out there. You don't like when somebody don't need his little check.
Thank you, Phila Diva.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Love you.
All right, let me just get to some of these last super chats. We appreciate you guys who are just joining us. This is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I am fully prepared that I knew that our Beverly Hills lives usually go pretty long. I know some of you may not be fully prepared. However, replay crew, I hope you enjoyed these almost 2.5 hours of recapping Beverly Hills. Share your thoughts in the comment section. We want to know how you would rate this episode. What do you think about this whole drama with Crystal, Sutton, your reaction to the way the women are moving this season? Do you agree with what some of the callers are saying? I have to say, I had a lot of aha moments from some of the callers. I really did. You guys made me laugh. You made me think a little bit deeper, made me think a little bit differently. So I appreciate that. Casey, no need to apologize. Sorry if I hit a sensitive note. Everyone has a right to their opinion here. If you're new to the channel, as long as everyone's being respectful and sharing that opinion and not bullying like Erica Jane. Thank you for the super chat. Kenzie, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel as well. Zoe, I thought you were done. Will you ever talk about what happened with you and Adam and other co-hosts? In my devilish mind, I feel like they're YouTube that you are too grown to entertain, but I want the tea. I want the tea. You already answered your own question. Thank you so much for the super chat, and you wasted your super chat. Deborah, thank you so much for the super chat. Deborah says the next business to launch Real Housewives of, wait, what is that? Beverly, what is the CH? Is Mauricio's dispensary. Thank you so much for the super chat, Deborah. We appreciate you as well. Guys, if you haven't already, we have over 900 people in the building. We appreciate you being here. Let's get to 800 likes. We're going to get out of here. Like the video, subscribe to this channel, but also subscribe to our backup channel, Kempire Radio. That's where you will see a visual version of our podcast, Kempire Radio. A new episode will be coming out between now and Friday. So stay tuned for that. And again, tomorrow we will be live to celebrate Wendy Williams. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the time. But tonight, this evening at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, we will be live to recap the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. A lot to unpack. So stay tuned for that. And we will be taking callers. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat. Thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. We appreciate you guys. If you'd like to become a member of the channel or a member here on TikTok, you can just click the subscribe on TikTok. But if you would like to become a member on the YouTube channel, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. All right. And to get your Kempire merch, teamkempire.com/shop. Links are available in the description of this video. Thank you to everyone that's purchased something. Happy Pride. Happy Black Music Month. Happy Beyonce's new album's coming out. Check out my video on that if you haven't already. Let's get out of here, y'all. Let's play some music. Don't forget to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. And don't forget to show love to the mods. Shout out to all of our mods. I see Diana's in the building. I see Nora is in the building. Danielle was in the building. We appreciate our mods, guys. Be sure to show them love as well. Thank them. I'll see you guys later today for our Real Housewives of Dubai recap. And I'm out. Let's get out of here.
You mess this up like you always do. You want me back, but I'm too with you. You say, I'm so sorry, didn't mean to. You still love me, tell me that, can we work this out? And I know nothing's changed, still the same. I'm so tired and I'm tired of this back and forth. Now you're in my head and in my bed, telling me it's over 'cause I'm not enough. You need more than my love.
We almost forgot to talk about this. Camille was chiming in on this whole situation. Oh my goodness. She pretty much said that Crystal was boring and no storyline. Let's get out of here, y'all. Bye.